Hey On The Clock fans, you're listening to another episode with your hosts Raul Lascano and George Martinez as they square off and tackle all of today's hot topics in sports news, trends, current issues happening locally and nationally, as well as highlighting some of our local student athletes across the Sunshine State. Now, welcome your hosts, Raul Lascano and George Martinez. You're On The Clock.
What's going on The Clock fans? Welcome to another episode of your On The Clock fellas. Oh, it's a beautiful Monday. I can't wait to get into it. So much sports to talk about from Saturday and Sunday. George, say what's up, man. Say hello to the people, man.
The people, how are you doing? Happy Monday to you. I am pumped.
I am too, man.
Pumped.
I am too. We got a lot to talk about. We got so much to cover from Saturday to Sunday. I mean, let alone Saturday was just a Florida overload with the Tampa Bay Lightning playing, the Miami Heat playing, my Miami Hurricanes playing. So we have to talk about the NBA bubble. We got to talk about future quarterbacks that made an impression from the Chargers and the Chiefs. We have major comebacks that happen this weekend, folks. You don't want to go anywhere. We got so much to talk about. I want to go in order, but I'm probably not going to do it today. So I'm just going to let you know, sit in your seats. If you're riding to work, enjoy the show, man. You're on the clock. What's going on, George, man? How are you? How's the family? How's everybody doing?
It's all going well. I'm a little sore this Monday morning, man. I been packing and moving over the weekend. I closed the house last week.
Congratulations.
So appreciate it. So, been packing the truck in and moving and going from A to B, +2, maximum effort, as we tell our boys. But I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
I bet, man.
How was your weekend?
It was good for me.
You had a different kind of weekend with your Hurricanes and you. All of a sudden, y'all back.
Yeah, I did.
Scoring 47 points.
I did. I want to ask you, though, why did you hire somebody to move the house for you? You didn't want to do that?
So we got movers to move like the big furniture stuff.
With all the boxes.
The little stuff, and not even all the boxes, because we moved probably about a third of the boxes. I just want to get some stuff out the house, get out the way, garage stuff. I want to move it in there.
Okay.
No, movers are coming in this weekend coming up, and they're moving all the heavy lifting stuff. I'm just going to supervise.
Well, I hate to say it, but every weekend I don't know why I'm not working as hard as you, but every week I'm not. The only thing I did this weekend, I had a great freaking time. And you have to go to this place, George. I took my kids for their birthday party. Now, listeners don't know, but all my kids' birthdays are in September. It's a pain in the ass. It's not exactly easy to deal with. I mean, but all of them are, September 13th, September 17th, and then September 24th. And we decided, we were like, okay, well, every year, we do something a little bit different. So like last year we did it separately. That was chaotic. This year it falls on we're grouping them. So we're like, okay, let's group them. So I took them all to a place in Wesley Chapel called the Main Event. If you have not been there, George, you got to go to the Main Event.
It's legit?
Bro, it is legit. First of all, it's not even the fact of the video games or anything else like that. What made this place awesome was the 4 people that attended and helped us with the birthday parties. So if the listeners, if you don't know, start booking Main Event. It's only like 2 months, 3 months opened here in the area, but it's all over the place as far as the United States. When you book a birthday party, which again, my son Jordan turned 13, so of course he's not going to want to do what the 10-year-old and the 9-year-old want to do, right? Because he got a little bit older crowd.
Yeah, he's a little older.
So they separated the party, and they were like, look, 13-year-olds, you go over here. You got all access party over here for 13-year-olds, which includes bowling, laser tag, zip line rappelling in the building. Like they're doing it across the video games. It's ridiculous. It's freaking awesome. Then you get
dope.
Then you get like 3 hours of freaking unlimited video games on this card. It costs a pretty penny now, don't get me wrong. And then the little kiddos, same deal, except a little bit shorter time, I guess you would say. But the biggest thing about it was I didn't have to do nothing. These 4 people,
the best part.
Bro, there was Caitlin, there was Ashley, there was Moni, and there was Cameron. Cameron is my guy. Cameron, he dealt with just strictly the food, right? So he's the food guy. Then the other 3, they literally take the kids. We don't have to do anything. They're like, hey, join us party. Come on with me. We're going to laser tag. And then they go play laser tag with him. And then they took him to the zip lining.
And they do it all.
I sat back and just ate cake and drank freaking fruit punch and just enjoyed myself. So that's what we did this weekend. And then, of course, at the Main Event, while everybody was playing laser tag and on their 4-hour thing, I got to watch nothing but sports all day because they have 15 giant screens.
Oh man,
Everything is.
It's a man's place.
It was literally like the Matrix, and I'm just downloading all this code because there was so many freaking sports shows going on right there. It was. I got there 1:30. I left at 9:30 halftime of the Miami Hurricane game, and tried to zip home real quick before halftime was over. But it was dope, man. It was dope. Lots of going on, man.
Yeah, man. It was very exciting. I know you were talking about dope. Did you hear about your boy?
Oh, man. If you're talking little Bronny, man, I don't think anybody didn't hear about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. So little LeBron James' son, was on Instagram. Social media is the worst thing in the world.
It is, man.
Nothing good happens from social media.
It doesn't.
Little Bronny James was on social media, his own IG account, smoking dope, smoking weed.
Bro, how?
Man.
I mean, come on, Bronny.
Your dad is LeBron James.
Right. I know he had to talk with you. You've had $90 million since you came out the womb. You gonna sit there and go smoke some weed? Get the... Bro, can you imagine when...
I can't believe it.
You remember when LeBron gets the call? He did what? What did he do? He
you know
smoked
what?
What?
Here's a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
The Denver Nuggets shipped weed to Bronny's house to get LeBron to leave the bubble so they have a chance. There you go. That's my take.
There's it. That's it. Happy birthday, kiddo.
It's the only way.
Love Denver.
The only way.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that conspiracy theory? It's Denver, Colorado.
I know.
Weed's legal. You know what I mean? Like that is such a funny conspiracy theory. Yo, send this kid some weed so LeBron can go home. We got to cause some controversy now. Either way, man, to smoke it and then film it on social media like you're some average kid, you'll never be average. Anything you ever do from here on out will not only reflect on you, but your father as well. And especially when your father has been nothing but an example of what a athlete needs to be today. I mean, for Christ's sake, he opened up a freaking school, bro. He opened up a school.
Can you imagine that press conference? So, LeBron, you just won the NBA Finals.
Right.
But let's talk about your son smoking weed. Can we get a comment from you?
No, you know what they're going to do? You know what they're going to do? Hey, LeBron James, you just won the NBA Finals. What's the first thing you're doing? I have to go home and talk to Bronny.
Yeah, you're not going to Disney World. You're in Orlando already, but no. We got to get back to LA.
Right. Or I'd have Bronny flown out to the bubble, sneak out the bubble, and beat him. And like, what were you thinking?
Bronny's friends are screwed.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know LeBron James is going down a checklist.
Oh, yeah.
Who did it?
Of course. And then comes all the we got to piss test Bronny before his basketball games because we don't know how high he is. Yeah, man. Week. That's messed up, man. Bronny's got to make better decisions, especially since his father is the freaking king of the NBA. You know what I mean?
LeBron, if you listen to the show, it was the Nuggets.
It was
Look no further. It was the Denver Nuggets. They're trying to sabotage your NBA Finals championship.
Right. That's what it was.
Here on the Puck Radio.
We predict stuff here, so you never know. How did your guys do Saturday? Because my guys, we look like the Hurricanes.
Oh boy, here goes we're back.
Nope. Not saying we're back. No. Not saying we're back. Not at all. We clearly can't stop the stretch play. Louisville ran the stretch play. Had to be like 70 times. We stopped it twice, probably. I'm exaggerating, but it was great for
you
me.
You got yourself a quarterback. It looks like you got yourself a quarterback.
Yeah, finally. Man. He's got to go in the first round. He's that good.
Oh, he's first round talent.
He's a first round draft pick talent. Wow. I'm not saying number one pick. There's no way you don't get this kid in the first round. I saw him do a 30-yard out route. Put it on the money. It broke the sound barrier on the way over there. If you guys felt the sound barrier on Saturday night, it was because of him. But
it wasn't the hurricane in California.
Not at all. Not the fires in Cali either. No. It was
Miami Hurricanes quarterback throwing a bomb.
De'Aaron King, man.
Out route.
He
30-yard out route.
Bro, he looked good. He ran the ball, made good decisions. Louisville blew coverage, which, just helps us. So that's even better.
Makes it easier to throw
absolutely.
it out.
Absolutely. So it was great, man. Hurricanes look good. The Tampa Bay Lightning, I know you were following them. Jesus, what happened, bro? What happened?
Disappointed. They went down 4-1 against the Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup Finals, and we're just going to take the one to the chin.
Do you think Dallas is that good though? You think Dallas Stars are that good? They've been coming up for years now, but geez, 4-1. If you lose 4-1 hockey, that's like the equivalent of 55-0 in a high school game.
I don't know if it's that serious.
Jesus, 4-1.
I don't know, but yeah, it was a tough night for sure for the Lightning. I think they'll rebound. I still think they'll win the Stanley Cup. It's just going to take them an extra game than they would have.
So what are you calling it, in 7 or what?
No, I'm calling it 6. I think it's 4-2. 4-2.
Really?
Lightning win. Yeah.
Okay. The way they were looking out, they looked tired.
They did look tired.
Yeah, they look like they've been beaten up on a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think they get this from being rested. It's that one of those things where you sit around too long to play a game and you come out a little slow. You come a little sluggish. So I think they got the wake up calls they needed. I think they'll be on track for game 2, and I think they'll win the series 4-2.
They better, man, because it would be great for the city again to have a Stanley Cup come home and let us celebrate a little bit. You know what I mean?
Which, by the way, I want to give you another fun fact. I always like to give you fun facts on our podcast.
I know you do, man. You don't miss it.
When my Tampa Bay Buccaneers make the playoffs, not the Super Bowl, the playoffs, it'll be the first time in Tampa history that all 3 major sports teams make the postseason. The Lightning, the Rays, who've already clinched.
Yes.
And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That has never happened.
Didn't Orlando Magic make it as well?
Orlando. So you can throw Orlando in if you want to. But
yeah, but we're just talking Tampa
team.
Yeah.
We're just talking Tampa teams. It'll be the first time that all 3 major sports teams in Tampa make the playoffs.
That's pretty dope, man.
It's 2020, baby. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Well, it's about time Tampa did it because Boston's been doing it for years. Celtics, Patriots, you know what I mean? They've been doing it for years, man.
For other cities, it's a normal thing.
Yeah, exactly. For Tampa, this is new. Yeah,
unless you're in Dallas.
Well, your Tampa Bucs, they look pretty good last night. Just like we predicted, they were going to roll right through the Panthers.
They put a butt whooping on the Panthers for sure.
They sure did.
Brady looked good, throwing early to Mike Evans. They were clearing up any dysfunction they had. It also helped Chris Godwin didn't play. Chris Godwin was out with a concussion. I know we talked about it on the Thursday show where he was in that concussion protocol. He ended up being ruled out for the game, and Mike Evans had to step up, and he delivered.
He did, man. Mike looked good too. Mike look, I don't know, juvenated or rejuvenated. I don't know what you want to say that, but he looked like he was
upset.
Ready to play.
I think he looked upset. Yeah, I think he was ready to play. I think the Bucs finally found the running back, Fournette.
Oh, yeah,
broke
Jesus.
A nice run there at the end in the clutch.
Yeah.
So here's another fun fact.
Oh, good more.
That I want to provide to you.
Yes,
I'm full of fun facts on this Monday.
Nothing wrong with that.
September 22nd podcast. Did you know that the Bucs had a 100-yard rusher for the first time in 3 years?
No, I have not. Martin was the last one, wasn't he?
Doug Martin was the last one, and it was a long time ago.
It was.
Leonard Fournette, 12 carries. Only 12 carries.
Jesus.
But young man had 103 yards rushing.
Yep, he sure did.
That's a lot of rushing yards on only 12 carries. Average just over 8.5 yards a carry. Yeah. As long as one was the one we needed it to be, was 46 yards to seal the game at the end. That was his second touchdown of the day.
Yeah.
Can I also tell you that a Buccaneer running back has not had 2 touchdowns in a game in over 5 years?
Jesus Christ.
It's been a long time since we had a running back in Tampa. Now we have a quarterback. Now we have a running back. And surprisingly enough, the thing that get overshadowed is our defense.
They played great.
Our defense played great. They had 2 interceptions, forced a fumble, recovered it, held Chris McCaffrey in check. Teddy Bridgewater, he threw for 300 yards, but it's one of those things where it's a little inflated because the Bucs were playing a lot of prevent defense there in the fourth quarter, and Teddy went on a 70-yard drive, and he got a lot of yards in that 70-yard drive, passing the ball through the air. The game I want to ask you about. Did you watch the Dallas Cowboys Atlanta Falcon debacle?
I know.
Did you see how that went down?
Bro, I have an Atlanta Falcon friend who literally lost it online yesterday, live on Facebook, watching that damn game. I've never seen. I guess the Falcons are just used to it. This head coach is going to get fired.
Oh, he's going to get fired.
You're going to get fired.
For the fans that might have missed it, I'm going to fast forward for you. Cowboys are down by 2. They just scored a touchdown to be down by 2. They're going to onside kick. Now, they don't even put the ball on the tee. The ball is laying sideways on the ground for a visual.
It's unbelievable.
And the kicker kicks the side of the ball so it just makes it spin.
Oh, my God.
And it has to be the slowest spinning football that needs to travel. So for the Cowboys, again, for those fans that may not follow football, the ball has to travel 10 yards in order to be recovered by the kicking team.
Right.
The team that's recovering the ball, so the kick return team, so in this situation, the Falcons, can pick it up whenever they want to.
Yes.
Whenever they want to. During the 10-yard slow roll, at any point, Atlanta can pick it up. The Cowboys have to wait for it to cross 10 yards.
What?
Why? As this slow ball is spinning around, it takes forever. I could have had a beer, a barbecue. I could have fried chicken.
We could have filed our taxes. Yeah.
I could have filed my taxes. I could have watched photo film from our opponent this week. I could have done it all.
It was ridiculous. Okay? They clearly didn't do special teams.
And then watch the ball cross the 10-yard line. So the ball crosses the 10-yard line. And so part 2 of onside kick is, if you're Atlanta, you're taking out the guys that are trying to recover it. No. Atlanta wanted to play the game of everybody's got cooties. Let's not touch them. And let's not touch nobody.
It's COVID-19.
It's COVID-19. We got to maintain
the ball had
distance.
COVID. They didn't spray it with hand sanitizer. Like it's ridiculous,
the ball had
man.
COVID. The Cowboys had COVID. Atlanta Falcons were 6 feet away from everybody, including the football.
Bro, at one point in the game, Atlanta is leading 20-0 in the first. It's an ass whooping out the gate. How you let them creep back in and then you bust it on a special teams play will drive anybody insane.
They were down 17. They were down 17 with 4.5 minutes to go.
Right. How does this work?
So again, back to the onside kick. The Cowboys recover it off of the slow spinning ball, drive down the field, and they win the game. They win the game on a field goal.
How long is this coach going to be here? Let's just get to it.
Dan Quinn, first of all,
you can't keep busting up comebacks like this.
Quinn, the only way I buy myself some weeks is I got to fire the special teams coordinator right now. I got to fire him right now.
Bro, Dak Prescott went 34 for 47 and 450 yards. Are you kidding me?
Well, and again, let's remind the fans, Dan Quinn is a defensive specialist.
Right.
He came from the Pete Carroll coaching tree.
And that's why I say, how long is he going to be here? Because you're giving up these comebacks like it's candy.
I mean, they allowed Russell Wilson to throw for 5 touchdowns and torch him. Now they allow Dak to throw for a ton of yards and a ton of touchdowns and come back and beat them.
Wasn't he the head coach in the Super Bowl as well?
He was. He's the one that lost a 28-3 game that the Patriots came back to win.
So you're just giving either the fix is in, and he's getting a piece of the pie,
or he doesn't know how to close the game out.
You don't know how to close the game, right?
He's not a closer.
That's a culture thing.
So I just feel bad for Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. I feel those 2 guys have been wasted in their careers. You have a generational talent in Julio Jones, and he's got nothing.
And he's going to stay there, man. That's what's crazy. Like, and I'm all for staying with your teams and stuff. Coaches got to go at some point. I don't know. Matt Ryan's got to go because they scored 0 points in the third quarter.
Matt Ryan's been a 5,000 yard thrower consistently for years.
Oh yeah, he's a gunslinger. There's no doubt about that. But he can't close the games.
No, that I do agree with. It was shocking to see this this comeback. However, this new outside kick, I may have to keep that in my back pocket for high school football. Put the ball on the ground, let it spin around. I think it's a great idea. Great idea.
Unbelievable to see these guys just watch a spinning football for 10 yards. Grown men that pay bills and taxes watching this freaking ball spin around. Jesus, they haven't played the game. The only comeback that I really did like was Kansas City and the Chargers, man. If anybody watched that, man, Herbert is the man. He's the future over there, bro. He really is.
So I agree. I think he played really, really well. However, I also think the Chargers may have created a blueprint on how to slow down this Kansas City offense.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill didn't have a catch in this game until late in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was a nice defensive play. But again, Kansas City just looked off to me. Like, I don't know if it was because they had to travel all the way to California or whatever. I don't know what it was, but they did look sluggish, you know what I mean? And again, think about this for a second. For 4 quarters, in the first quarter, Chargers are leading 7-0. It goes to the second quarter, 7-6 Chiefs. Right? Then 3-3. Like it's like this is how many points are being scored in the quarter. Like it's just being slow.
Back and forth. Yeah.
Both were really sluggish. I was really impressed with Justin's 4-yard run and tough and taking some hits. I love how he came into the game. He played. And especially when we find out at pregame warm-up that freaking Tyrod Taylor's ribs are bruised. So the kid comes in, goes 22 for 33, 311 yards. He did throw a pick. He's on the learning curve. But again, if this is the future for the Chargers, they're in good hands right now.
With Patrick Mahomes, that's not a bad day.
Yeah, because Keenan Allen also was killing it yesterday.
He balled out.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He really wanted to win that game yesterday, especially when he wasn't listed in the top 25 wide receiver groups. Remember that?
He's on a mission to prove that he was the top receiver.
Yeah, he was, man. And Mahomes, again, that kid's just freaking special. I saw him pick up, it was 3rd and 24 or 3rd and 20, and this kid runs for 21 yards to pick up the first down. Now, I know it was a bad defense, a bust on them, but kudos to this kid to get down the field, understand, recognize the defense, and just, like, you're just looking at this like, God, you love to hate him, but, man, he is such a phenomenal. He is, man. It's hard to really, really hate on that guy. Joe Burrow from Thursday night impressed me. I thought he was doing good. He's just in a bad situation.
60 passes. Man, threw 60 passes.
And he ran for like 180 yards backwards because he was running for his life half the goddamn game.
Oh,
37 for 61 passes, man. Yeah. 316. He was running for his life, though.
The one guy you got to show love, the kicker.
For KC?
For KC. So not only so.
Have you seen him?
I don't know if you saw it.
You see his specimen?
He looks like
he looks like a model. Like he looks like a freaking, you know what I'm saying?
He's legit.
Yeah, he's a truck model.
So probably getting tested for steroids as we speak now. After kicking that field goal.
You kick 358-yard field goals. Yeah, you got some steroids.
So he kicks the first field goal, timeout. Kicks a second field goal, false start. Moves it from 53 to 58. It is a 58-yard field goal to win the game.
No pressure.
Nailed it.
Wasn't
down
even
the middle of the pipe.
Yeah, it wasn't even that close to being
good from 65 because it hit the back of the net.
You think
the back of the net with no problem.
I said the same thing when I saw it. I was like, "Yo, did he have another like 10 yards on that? 5 yards on that? Like, that's a lot of leg, man." He kicked the crap out of that ball.
He did. Now, the game I want to talk to you about that. Quite honestly, I'm scratching my head on how this ended.
Okay.
The game that was back and forth the whole night, Seattle, New England.
Great game.
New England came into this game.
Yeah.
Which, again, I love to throw stats at you. So I'm going to throw you another fun fact.
Right.
Tonight was the first time New England has not been the favorite in over 2.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it is expected.
They were a 4-point underdog going into this game.
Right.
Facing off against a hot Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
And this game didn't disappoint. It was a lot of back and forth. Again, Russell Wilson is looking like an early MVP candidate.
Yep. Sure is.
He threw 5 against Atlanta. He threw 5 against a very, very good New England defense. Cam didn't disappoint.
Yeah, he I'm impressed with Cam Newton and what Josh McDaniels is doing with him. I really am. This lets me know it's a lot of good coaching going on. 30 for 44, 397. I mean, don't get me wrong, Russell's 5 touchdowns trumps that. So like it's, his 5 touchdowns are better.
5, but Cam almost had 500 yards of total offense
By himself, yeah.
by himself.
Yeah, because he rushed for 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah, he rushed for 2. Had about 50 yards rushing as well.
Not a bad day at the job.
But now I'm a fast forward in the game. I'm gonna take it to the last play of the game. We watched this last night while we were on the phone talking about the podcast and what we're going to talk about. And we watched this live happen. You got Cam Newton on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, man.
3 seconds left. And you're telling me you're going to put him in a shotgun.
Yeah.
4 yards deep. We all know what the play is. Direct snap to Cam.
Yeah.
Off. You're going to pick left or right side, whatever side you want to based on your offensive line. And he's short. He actually loses 2 yards. What would you have done in that situation there?
Bro,
I'm going to put you on the clock here. What do you do in this situation? You're on the 1 yard line.
You already know.
Cam Newton. What are you doing?
He's going under the center. I'm not going to stand my quarterback 4 yards back when I only got to go 1 yard. And again, I don't need to go the full yard. I just need the tip of the ball to touch somewhat of the paint of that goal line, and we're good to go.
Somewhere in America, someone's saying that's what she said.
So, you're right. You're right. That was
somewhere
good.
in America.
Yeah.
Our podcast listens to it in 45 states right now.
We're very well done. Well done. But no, I under center. He's 6'7". Get underneath the center. He's gonna push the crap out of that center anyway if he wants to go that way. I told you if I'm them, I put him on the center. We jump over. Because all I need you to do is jump over and just touch the line. You can literally land in the same spot you just jumped from. Just touch the line.
That's all
Touchdown. We're good to go. So putting him in shotgun was, in my opinion, a horrible, horrible call. Again, it does show promise with New England that I've never seen Cam Newton go down the field in a minute and a half in a tight ball game. I've never seen him do it.
He looked good.
He did
with quote unquote no receivers.
Right. He looked really good. I know that one Edelman that he dropped.
Oh, that was touchdown.
Yeah, that was
a touchdown.
That was ball
back
game.
Shoulder fade, middle of the field. If he was an inch taller, he would have caught it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it was good to see Cam, and it lets me know that they're going to be this is going to be a hard team to beat in the post game, man.
He's going to be a problem.
He's going to be a problem.
The Patriots will get better week in and week out as they continue to learn better ways to use Cam.
The only thing I'm concerned about is the rushing. That's the only thing.
He's running the ball a lot. His durability is a question.
16 games is a lot to do this with. You're going to have to find some type of running game. Now, again, I know James White. I know you heard about his father being passing away. So he was inactive for the game. So
sad to hear.
Yep, prayers with him and his family. Condolences, man. So I understand that. But for 16 games, Cam Newton cannot keep that up.
He can't. There's no way.
I mean, if you're going to get little dimes and dinks here and slide every once in a while, that's fine. But these design runs for him, it's going to take a toll. These are grown men that he's playing against. It's going to take a toll after a while. And he's going to reactivate that shoulder or something, or a calf or back or something, because he's taking some shots here. He really is, man. Yeah, it's no bueno. Speaking of shots, I guess the Lakers go ahead and
say it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it.
The Lakers beat the Nuggets at a buzzer beater. Anthony Davis
buzzer beater
for 3 to win the game of Game 2 to go up 2-0 on the Denver Nuggets, which, by the way, I'm living and dying with that. You know what I mean? Like, as a coach, I'm living and dying with it. Yeah,
you have to.
I didn't know the 7-footer was going to hit it. I had no clue. We contested it. We played good defense. What'd you want me to do? I'm okay with that. I think the Nuggets played a lot better this game. They seem to have gotten a rhythm. So That listen, let me tell you something.
It's gonna be a series.
You Lakers better not go up 3-0 and these guys come back and win it. You better not do it. Because they're starting to figure out the Lakers a little bit. It takes them a little while, but they seem to, okay, let's figure them out and wear them out a little bit. So they look good.
Yeah, the Nuggets seem to be a team all about adjustments. They predicate what they do. Everything is on adjustments because you see them game in and game out, get a little better, and then they hit a stride where they got to figure it out. And then they just run these games on you, and all of a sudden you're up 3-1. Listen, no amount of games besides a 4-0 or being up 4 games is enough against the Nuggets because they've shown back-to-back series when their backs are against a wall, 3-1, they will find a way to come back.
They do, man. They catch you in this comfortable zone that you get in, and then boom, they go on this run. So it's gonna be interesting. I know you don't notice, but I shaved, and the reason why I shaved,
you did shave,
yeah,
and I know why. I know why.
It sucks, man. If you listen to the podcast, I was on a nose shaving. I was like not gonna shave until the Heat lost, and unfortunately, my guys lost, man.
It happened.
It did, man. And I tell you what what sucks about this is we allowed, they said 36 in the paint points, the most we've ever given up in any of the series before. So I don't know what defense we tried out, but we don't need to do that again. We do not need to do that again at all.
And I agree with that, but I mean, you're still 10-2 in the playoffs.
Yeah, but that means nothing if we don't get to the finals.
Agreed.
We need to get to the finals. We need to make it there. There's too many people on our backs right now. we got to do this. We got to get there, man. So it doesn't mean much, but I mean, being up 2-1 is okay, I guess. Man, it was a good game.
3-0 sounds so much better.
Oh, it really does. Because if it's 3-0, like
sweep.
Oh,
I know you bring out the rooms.
Oh my God.
And the beard. The beard is gonna be down to the shirt.
I'm gonna look like ZZ Top.
They're gonna start calling you the Cuban Santa Claus.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, because I'm not. If Jimmy Butler's gonna look that rough, I'm gonna look that rough.
Yeah, you gotta follow your man.
I'm not doing it.
That is a superstar. Now, here's a question, and I saw this all over social media.
Yeah,
all over the weekend. We'll put you on the clock here. Is Jimmy Butler a superstar?
Yeah, he's always been a superstar, but he's not going to be in the top 5 of the NBA. You know what I mean?
Top 10?
Yeah, I would probably put him in top 10, and I'm saying lower 8, 9, or 10.
Like 8, 9, 10 there?
Yeah, somewhere down there. He's definitely somebody you got to worry about. He's definitely somebody you got to plan for. He's not someone you could just take lightly. And the way he's been playing in the bubble, he definitely showed that he could take over a fourth quarter to help you win it. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. That's a good question. I mean, he's even when he was with Chicago, he was, considered a very, very good player. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see how he does here. I think he's in the top 10 for sure. I have him 7, 8-ish on my personal rankings.
Yeah, somewhere around there, right? Like, that's fair, right? I don't want anybody to think we're not being fair.
I think an NBA Finals trip starts to cement that a little bit more, solidify that top 10 ranking for sure. Maybe put him in the top 6 of players across the league, but we'll see.
We definitely will, man. And I wanted to talk to you about something else. Injuries around this weekend that happened.
Oh, man.
There was so many that happened. Huge ones. You know what I mean? For instance, 49ers lost a lot.
Their entire team. Feels like. I feel like on Sunday, all I saw was 49er player carted off. And I go, oh, it's the same one. No, different guy. Different guy being carted off this day. I feel like 49ers lost like 7 players on Sunday.
They lost Nick Bosa. I think they lost Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know, man. And I think Raheem Morset was I mean, bro, what are they? The 49ers, and they still won the game convincingly. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to who their backups are. But they lost it. Not to mention, man, another injury was freaking, what's the guy, man?
Saquon
Barkley, man. Yo, torn ACL, or at least that's what they're fearing. They're fearing
that hurts. That hurts. I know that's going to hurt fantasy football owners across the country. The Giants are going to be devastated. I mean, this is a generational type of talent. He's shut down for the next 18 months.
Yeah, pretty much. Now.
Yeah. But before you give your 49ers too much credit,
okay,
they played the Jets.
Yeah,
the Jets are competing with the Dolphins for tank for. Oh no, they're not tanking no more. Never mind. Yeah,
they're not tanking.
The Jets are tanking to try to pick up Trevor Lawrence. They're losing every game by a lot.
No way. You think so?
There's no way that the Jets with the 49ers having pretty much a third of their team on a cart somewhere being evaluated for some season-ending injury.
Right.
And they get dominated 31-17.
Yes.
There's no way.
What do you mean?
They're
that bad? You think that they're probably they probably are that bad? You know what I mean? Maybe they are. I don't know.
The Jets are the laughing stock. There are two teams in the NFL for me that are the laughing stocks in the NFL: the Jets, and the Browns.
Yo, the Browns. I think they're a quarterback away, man.
Listen, they got a receiver that likes to get pooped on.
Oh my God, we're going there. We're going there now.
They got a quarterback who doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, well, that's.
I feel bad for the guy Jarvis Landry. Oh my God, because I like Jarvis Landry.
I do too. He just wants to work. He just works. He does his job. He should never left Miami. You should never left Miami. This is what you get. Now you got to poop freaking wide receiver brother that you freaking went to school with.
Now he's getting text messages from Odell saying, "Hey, bro, I just got pooped on. You want to be next?"
Bro, that's gross, man.
Like, that's what they're worried about.
We never even addressed it, man. We never even talked about that whole situation. But I tell you what, man, it's a two-way street with that little situation with Odell. Okay, we never talked about it, but I guess we're gonna.
No two-way street. There's only one-way
bro,
street.
No, that is he either A, sent the text messages like, "Yo, let me see the videos, and you do this, blah blah blah," just to see if she do it, or B, he's really that messed up. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's just going to be like, yo, I was just trying to see what she do.
No. Odell's messed up.
Bro,
Guaranteed.
I don't even want to go into this for the listeners, bro, but there's no... I mean... Do you know what the act of what... Everybody knows what you're doing when you go to the bathroom, but that's going to be a person over there? Like, there's no... I don't know, man. I don't even want to get into that whole mess because he needs Jesus. He needs help. He's never been right since he caught that ball one-handed.
That changed everything.
Yeah, once he did that, his whole...
You know why? You know why it all changed?
What?
Because that one catch pooped on the damn DB. It was so good.
You couldn't wait to just put these little nicks here for this dude. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
You know why the Giants got rid of him?
Bro, you think somebody found out?
Why the Giants got rid of him?
Tom Coughlin was like, "Oh God, we got to get rid of this kid. Why? He's pooping on people."
No, he is a media liability, my friend. He likes to get pooped on. Send him to Cleveland.
God. Oh, Cleveland Browns. Oh, that's so messed up. I just saw what you did there. I just saw what you did there. Send him to Cleveland with the Browns. I see what you just did there. Oh, that's messed up, man. That's so gross. That's so. Oh God, that's vile. Could you imagine that?
Hey.
Like, how does that conversation even get a hold of, like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. Hey, listen, I'm going to take you to Taco Bell later. Okay? We're going to go get some Mexican food out of here. Can you eat spicy? Oh, no, that's perfect. I'm glad you can't. Mind you.
I got on my chest later that I want you to sit on.
I don't know if you've seen this, but I don't even have any chest hair. So...
I'm gonna let you guess why.
Yeah, it's completely fine, bro. Just get some baby wipes. Like that's to me that just seems extreme. I think Odell was just I'm just doing to see what you would do. You know what I'm saying? There's no way this is for real because the girl is I guess she is the mother of some rapper or Chief Keef or whatever. So he was probably just trying to show the boys like, oh God, look what I can make her do. Because I refuse to believe somebody's into that. I do, man. I don't believe it.
I'm sure there's been worse.
Yeah, it has to be. It really has to be. But going back to a couple of questions I had asked for you, man. So going forward, is your Bucs on the right page now? I know it's just Carolina, but your stats seems to be true so far this week with him losing the whole opener. He looked sharp. He looked very sharp.
He looks sharp. The schedule sets up nice. We go to Denver, and Drew Lock got hurt. He hurt his shoulder.
Yeah. Yep.
So they're probably going to be without him this week. So the Bucs are going to be probably favored in that game. And then as you kind of continue forward, an exciting game that I think will be interesting to see is the Chargers come down to Tampa. That'll be the first game that we have fans present.
That's weird. Is that around the league or is that just for Tampa?
No, just for Tampa. Each stadium has their own guidelines as far as when they're allowing fans. For Tampa, it's going to be that game against the Chargers. So the Chargers are making that trip across the country, basically.
Wow.
For that game. And then we get the Bears on a Thursday Night Football. We go to Chicago against Mitch. I can't throw a ball, Trubisky. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I know you are.
The Bucs have the opportunity to win 3 in a row.
They really do, man.
As they head into the Packers, that's that Packer game in Week 6 is going to be an epic matchup. You got Rodgers, Brady, that high octane offense that the Packers are putting out right now.
Right.
I mean, Aaron Jones ran for another 100 yards, broke a 75-yard run today. They seem to be kind of clicking on all cylinders as well. It'll be a nice game to see. I wouldn't be surprised. I know the NFL doesn't do their flex scheduling till later in the year, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to move that game to like an 8:00 type of game and put it on primetime TV.
I would, because I'll tell you what, Aaron Rodgers is playing like a madman right now.
He is.
He's playing.
Now I
hate to say it, but he's playing like his job's on the line.
I am glad this game is being played in Tampa versus in Wisconsin.
Why is that?
It makes a big difference. The Bucs traditionally, in the past, have not played very well in Green Bay.
I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody traditionally has played great in Green Bay.
I don't know why. It's like, I don't know, Green Bay, that stadium, I don't know, maybe cold that day also in Green Bay. The weather was going to be like. I'm just glad we're not there.
I do too, man. And I'll tell you what, man, we'll see. I think that's going to be a great game. Your defense is playing like lights out right now. So, again, it's only second game. We're going to see how this carries on. But Rodgers, to me, is on a man to prove that they don't need the backup Jordan Love, because I'm pretty sure he feels that if he has one bad game, the fans are going to they're going to call for the switch, man, which will be unfortunate. It'll work out for you, because if they do that and Brady leaves, then I'm sure you guys go after Aaron.
Oh yeah, bring Aaron Rodgers to Tampa, baby.
Oh God!
By the
way, when you talk to Tom Brady,
we're done, you talk to old Brady, Rodgers, come on down.
When you get done with that, you talk to Tom Brady for me, and ask him why is he not targeting Gronk? I got Gronk on fantasy football, and Gronk ain't got nothing.
I'm gonna tell you why right now. I don't even have to ask him. Gronk is washed up.
So why bring him down here?
Gronk looks slow, is slow, cannot move.
Jesus.
Struggles to move.
Jesus.
It's terrible. I watched him run a seam route on a Brady interception, which, by the way, did you know, fun fact, another fun fact for you here, number 4 of the day, Tom Brady has more interceptions than Jameis Winston as of right now.
Yeah, he does.
At least on record. I'm sure Jameis has more picks in time in practice, but
when he threw it, I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Well, he was trying to hit Gronk on a seam route, and Gronk wasn't Gronk.
So that was Gronk's fault.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Gronk didn't stem the route right. He threw it where Gronk would normally have caught it back in his younger days. But yeah, I mean, big NFL day. There was 15 guys, 15 major injuries that occurred. You had Devontae Adams leave the game.
It's gone, man.
You had Christian McCaffrey against the Bucs leave at the end of that fourth quarter. I mean, you had Tyrod Taylor who didn't dress. You had Cam Akers, a rookie from Florida State, who got hurt. Hopefully, this is not a trend because 2020 has already been a rough year. We don't need NFL guys now going down left and right. Chris Godwin didn't play a lot. I mean, there was a lot of major guys that went down or did not play on Sunday.
Yeah, my cornerback Byron Jones, he left. He went during the Bills game. He left with a groin injury. There was a lot of people that just went down, man. I know you're like, that doesn't matter, but
Byron Jones went down because he didn't want to play anymore. They're probably getting their butt whooped.
Well, yeah, we did get our butt whooped, but that's not the point.
Yeah,
Josh Allen was a lot to handle.
I don't want to play anymore. Take me out. Get my butt whooped. Help.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We're gonna see how this pans out. Dak is definitely putting up some good numbers. We're gonna see how this continues to go over. Speaking of going up Monday Night Football, who do you think you have? Let's give it to the listeners before we get out of here. Who do you got Monday Night Football, man?
So Monday night is a very interesting matchup because you got the Saints. They're favored by five points or so right now still.
Yeah.
I expect the line to be bought down a little bit. I expect people to start flipping on the Raiders a little bit.
Really?
And maybe get to about four points, maybe even 3.5 by game time.
Okay.
No Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, high ankle sprain. He's out for a couple weeks. I think, you saw the Bucs create almost a blueprint on how to slow Drew Brees down a little bit.
They did.
They held him to about 180 yards passing total on a ton of attempts. I mean, a lot of his passes went 46 yards max.
Yeah.
I think you see the Raiders try to duplicate that. And I think the Raiders are going to feed the ball to Josh Jacobs.
Oh, I know, man.
Feed the beast. Feed the beast. Go play action. Get the ball down the field. John Gruden likes use formations, and Darren Waller, I think, is going to be a big key to this game.
Right.
But with that being said, I think the Saints squeak out a win. I think it comes down to Alvin Kamara just making too many plays. I think I for sure believe Alvin will be more involved this week than he was last week. Now with Michael Thomas not being there.
Yeah.
I mean, Sanders got to step up.
What do you think about?
He's a guy that got brought in.
You think Joshua Jacobs is going to have a big game because last week he had that ankle stuff?
Yeah, no, I think he bounced back pretty well.
Yeah.
I think there's a weakness in that Saints defense is run defense. I think they're really good at rushing the quarterback and playing passing defense. I think that the run is what they're suspect to.
And I haven't seen the stadium either. That's I know it sounds bad. I'm really interested to see the stadium. I know there's no fans.
It's supposed to be lights out.
Yeah,
Matt Gaddy, top of the line.
Yeah, I want to see this thing, man. What was it? Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, right?
Allegiant Stadium, yeah. Our guy Rosas is committed to UNLV. They're playing at the same stadium. That's one of the big reasons why he committed there was because of the stadium. Believe it or not. Who are you taking this game? What are your thoughts?
I'm going to take the Saints. I'm still going to take the Saints because even though Michael Thomas is out, I like Kamara to have a huge, huge game tomorrow and step up. And I know they're going to be keen on him and stuff like that, but Drew Brees and that Saints, man, I can't bet against them. Until the Raiders really prove to me that they're really competitive, then I'll give them some respect. But for right now, I really haven't seen them do anything. They paid $100 million to a coach for the next 10 years who kicked out so many people that this is to me, this is like you got to prove your year type or we're going to reconstruct this contract because you got to put up wins. You're in the NFL. Promises and hopes and dreams don't last long. So I'm going to go with the Saints. It just looked like more of a team play. Like, I don't know, man. They just looked like they got their stuff together. When they played you guys, I've never seen them so focused before. You know what I mean? I don't know if they had a bet in the game or what.
Yeah, the last thing I'll leave you with is typically teams that travel to the West Coast and vice versa, West Coast that travel to the East Coast, come out a little flat.
They do the jet lag or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how New Orleans kind of adjust to that West Coast feel playing in Las Vegas and how long it takes them to kind of get acclimated to the situation. So we'll see. It'll be a good one for sure.
It definitely will, and we're going to keep monitoring you guys. Stay with On the Clock Radio. Listen, that's all the time we got. We're going to have a great show for you on Thursday. We got to preview a whole bunch of high school football games. Big matchups are going to be in the Tampa Bay area. We're also going to have a full-packed show for you. I don't want to give the details on it just yet. It's going to be a great surprise. You're going to love it. But thank you, George, for hanging out with me, man, for a little bit and talk some sports. If you guys got anything for us, let us know. I love talking with you, George. This is great, man.
Yeah, it was definitely a blast. If you enjoyed today's podcast, go ahead and hit follow. Go ahead and find us on social media by searching On the Clock Radio. Visit our website at otcsportstalk.com. And until next time, you're on the clock.